But first you have to give applause to Maine. They played and never gave up. They never gave in. They just kept coming and kept coming, and they were crashing those boards and, you know, hit us over the head with it and pulled out a tough win for them. And they're a good team. They're one of the best teams in this conference, and I said that before the conference ever started. That UNH, Maine, and BU would be pretty good. But I knew Maine would be good because they had the core guys coming back, and they always work at their system. I don't even know how many games they lost in this conference. I don't look at it from a statistical standpoint. I just know they're a good team. So we do, you know, we applaud them and we wish them a safe travels home. As for our guys, I mean, man, what can you say? I mean, the last two games we played like I know we can play all the time. And we fought. I think we were up 18, 20 points at one time. And they just dug back in it. I mean, but we continued to fight. We have to continue to fight. If we keep playing like that, we will get a win. We will get a win. And that's what I told the guys. You know, we're going to get a win, but we have to be able to close out games. Kind of not make so many mistakes, and don't worry about me screaming. You know, when I'm screaming, just continue to move on to the next play, and continue to play. We just had some feisty turnovers towards the end of the game. That's what I'll call them, because they weren't anything that the other team did to us. I just think we had some feisty turnovers, some mean turnovers. I mean, our guys just played their heart out for me. They really did. You know, Ham is who he is. Jimmy played well today. Everybody did. We just couldn't get over that hill. But that's another day. That's done. We got UMBC coming up next. Question time open now.
Coach, the question that's got to be asked, lead got up to 22 in the first half. What exactly do you attribute, if you had to point to? I know you mentioned not finishing up the game, but what really was it? Was it your defense, Maine's offense, if you could point to one thing?
It was rebounding. It was them crashing the glass and getting us in foul trouble early. Crashing the glass and getting us in foul trouble early. I think at times, when we have great shooting games, we figure we're going to come out and have it both halves. It's not always that way. You have to grind out points. I think Kyrie was doing well in the first half, and he was doing well in the second half. And we needed him. You know, he was actually getting us. If he didn't get a point, we either got a rebound or we got something good out of it. They just kept banging the glass. They were getting 2 and 3 shots at the basket, and we have to stop them. We truly have to stop them. It's a pretty good camera.
Thanks.
That's the one that what's that guy's name? The movie star. The guy that does
Ashton Kutcher.
Yeah, there you go, Ashton Kutcher. Ashton Kutcher. He's in a movie, isn't he? We'll see that. No strings attached.
Very fun.
That's one of those cameras. No strings attached camera. Any more questions?
Coach, 53% from the three-point line in the first half, and I know you said you can't expect to come out hot, but notice that they went from man defense to zone defense, and I hate to keep harping on the zone, but
it slowed us up. Yes, but you know what? Because we're a perimeter shooting team, you have to understand, and I say it to the guys, when that happens, you got to go to the basket. You got to get in the gaps and go to the basket and kick the ball out. You just can't throw the ball around the perimeter, because that's what a zone is built for. They want you to throw the ball around the perimeter because they're winning there. You shoot a long shot, they have the inside, they end up getting a rebound, they go back down, and they put us in trouble because we're playing man. Go to the basket, they shoot, they miss, they get another ball, get another shot at it, we foul, or they get a bucket, or both. So, I mean, it slowed us down. It hampered us. And we just have to go back to the drawing board. I mean, We have some plays for it, and they work. But the guy we were working for wasn't in the game at the time. And that was Muhammad either or Kyrie. We had to take them out because they had 2 fouls. Had foul trouble, and Muhammad was tired at one time. Can't keep him in the game when he doesn't have any legs for us.
Coach, on going to the basket, I know we talked about the free throw differential before. Today it's pretty enormous, 24 on their side and 4 on ours, one of which was made. So what did you tell them, like, as far as being in the game, as far as getting to the basket, why didn't it happen, and why didn't they get any free
throws? You can
throws?
tell them that. You can even structure it and draw it up. You can put the horse in the well, at the water, at the river. Can't make him drink. Might think it's poison. Might not be thirsty. I mean, they have to understand that when things are like, you have to go to the basket. You have to. Like I said, you can tell them and you can implore it, but you're not out there playing. You're not out there playing. And a lot of times we go in there and we look for free shots. We don't look at getting contact and things of that nature. And then the guys get their shots blocked because they're trying to look for free shots. They throw it up here and the guy comes from out of nowhere and block shots and do things like that. We will continue to attack. We will continue to implore it. But once again, they have to go out there and do it. They have to structure it in and just say, I'm just going to go to the basket. Musa was doing it in the first half. He did try to do it a few times in the second half. But we have to have other guys doing it. We are who we are. We are who we are. We are a jump shooting team right now. We've been that all season. When we're hitting on all cylinders, we're up 22. When we're not, we lose by 5.
I think it's 2 games now. We've mentioned closing out games, being able to close out the games at the end. Is there one thing that you see that guys just aren't able to do at the end of games, or is there one thing that you want to get guys more used to be able to close those games out?
It's called time, situation, and score. What's the time on the clock? What's the situation? And what's the score? You have to understand, when they have 7 fouls and you have 6, like the young man said, you got to try to get fouled. Get fouled, the clock stops. At the free throw line. You have the opportunity to make 2. You have to do that. Once again, you can implore it. You just have to do it. You have to practice it. And that's something we've been working at because we've been doing a lot of scrimmaging and stuff like that. We'll have to go back to this minute on the clock. This is the situation. This is the score. I think the more we do that, the better they'll become at it. But in the game, it's different. I don't know if any of you guys have played in the game. You're involved in the game, and sometimes you forget. You forget. As much as you drill it and as much as you do it, sometimes you just forget. You feel I'm open. I got to take this one. Coach doesn't talk about shooting because I feel like every shot is going in for my guys. Every shot. I think that every one of them is going in. The play we ran for Ham to shoot the 3 at the end. I'm looking at it going in. I'm not thinking anything else until after he misses it. Then I say, he should pump fake, jumped into the guy, all that kind of stuff. But during the time, that's a good shot. That's a good shot. Because I've seen it enough. I've done it enough. I've seen guys do it enough. So it's up to me to have confidence in those guys, not to be negative. I'm negative enough with turnovers. I can't be negative when they shoot the basketball. Shoot that thing. Shoot it and keep shooting. Don't stop. Don't stop shooting. Shoot it as much as you can. But we have to close out games by understanding time, situation, and scoring.
Is that the sort of thing that you can lean on, like one guy, like whether it's the point guard or whether it's,
Well, it's your leader, your lead guard. It could be your point guard, it could be your lead guard. Your lead guard could be your 2 guard. Your lead guard could be It's a person that understands. Well, look, guys. It's 151. They got 8 fouls. They got 7 fouls. We have 6. So our ball, they just scored. We got to get something at the basket. Can't come down and just take a jump shot. We got to get something at the basket. I can scream it, but I can't do it. They have to do it, and you have to have the ability to be able to read situations and get in there. We got guys that they're used to doing certain things. Commonplace. Our breakdown player, our main breakdown player is injured. We're playing with. Ham was a walk-on as of last year. Jimmy's a walk-on. Javon Rollins is a walk-on. You got Alex Ogundabe, who hasn't really played basketball. You got Kyrie, who's a third-year guy here, who didn't really play basketball. So you're playing under the aspects of guys who haven't really don't have a great amount of experience in playing. I guarantee you the guys on the other team all played basketball and was pretty much the man for their schools all through high school. So there's a different experience. There's a difference, but to me it's nothing when you're on the floor. I always go and use that Bill Belichick thing. You know, yeah, it's great to have experience, but it's mano a mano when you're out there on the floor. It would be great if a guy could step up and say, well, listen, it's 8 to 6, 7 to 6. We got to go to the basket and get something. It doesn't always happen. So we have to try to structure it in. And it might not happen when we structure it in, but we have to try it. You know.
Coach, I'm sure you don't want the players to forget this game per se, but how do you get them to move on and look past what happened tonight and get ready to play in that next game and know, hey, next time we have a lead, we have to keep playing and not think back to, well, we had a lead in this game and lost it. We had a lead there.
Well, when I finish my post-game speech, it's always we move to the next game. This one is over. We move to UMBC. That's our next game. We have to continue to come out playing exactly how we've been playing the last 2 games. Establish how you're going to play early. Don't wait. Don't wait like we've been doing most of the season to the second half and say, okay, this is who we are. No, you establish it early. Wins will come. They'll come. And then we'll structure in like I was telling you, we'll structure it in. Not to say you're going to do it. We'll structure it in. We'll structure in time, situation, score. I mean, they have to watch film. Don't have to watch it with the coaches. You have to get together and see what you've done on your own as a team. And then we move from that point on. We move from that point on. But I always turn the page after the game's over. We turn the page. Can't get it back. Win or loss, can't get it back.
Coach, could you talk a little bit about Jimmy Gray today? It seemed like he really ran the point, at least better than I'd seen most of the season. Really seemed like the floor general out there, as evidenced by 12 assists. So tell me about his point play and how it affected the offense.
No. I mean, he's coming along. He's coming along. He's coming along. He's come a long way. He's getting better, but he has to get much better. I think his body has changed. He's understanding a little bit more now. He can make those certain passes when guys do things that we've seen him make passes to Kyrie today and do a lot of stuff like that. But he has to get better. He has to get better at it. Running the point, knowing when to take shots, and knowing time, situation to score again.
Yeah.
Being that lead guard out there. You know, I can run the whole game back in my head. Don't have to watch film, nothing, because I see all the mistakes, and then when I see the mistakes, I see the good things. But he has to just be better at what he does. He's been doing a great job for us, and he's been getting a chance to be spared some time with KJ coming off the bench, as well as Cretchen. And Cretchen gave us great minutes today. Great, strong rebounds. Had a shot to take us up 3, I think. Again, he just missed it. Or tie the game, he just missed it. Yeah, I thought it was a great shot. And I told him that's a good shot. That is a good shot. Just didn't make it. But Jimmy's been playing. He's been playing well. So you can see the growth in him. You can. The confidence in him shooting. He hadn't been shooting the ball extremely well the last 2 or 3 games. Today he shot the ball. We gotta ride that.
Anything else for Coach, Chris?